The Ark of Truth. With God's help, 22 Tammuz 5725. In honor of the President of Israel, my eyes and heart, Mr. S.Z. Shazar, beloved in the eyes of God like a wife to her husband, because of the great force of his desire and longing to bind himself to the true king and sage, who lives forever and shields Israel, to rise them up from the belly of hell, from the utter depths of descent, from the extreme essence of physicality, higher and higher than all spirituality. May God be a shield for you and cure and heal you and your household in perfection. The main honor and greatness of the kingdom is precisely through humility, and the more humility the king has, the more his kingdom spreads out. For this is the way of the kingdom. Each time it must put humility before its honor and greatness. In the place of your greatness, there I find your humility, to come and to speak before you that which God will put under my quill. God in his greatly hidden and secret ways, hidden and concealed from every idea and every inquiry, has rained down upon the world a flood of fierce waters, of heresies and atheism, from the cisterns of the heaven in these latter days, until all the high mountains have been covered up, meaning the honored ones and the people of God. And in his great pity he preceded the cure and the salvation, and sent us a man like his heart, who found grace in his eyes, and he called his name Nachman, to say, this one will comfort us from our deeds and from the sadness of our hands. And he commanded us to build an ark of truth and faith, so that everyone who wants to be saved can come into its chambers and close its doors and hide in the shade of his awesome wisdom. For who will give praise and who will describe the exalted power of his might, who ascended monumentally with his awesome wonders to prepare and to arrange sustenance and vitality for the people of his household and for all the souls of Israel. For every generation, that they may take delight and pleasure in the beautiful splendor of the pleasantness of gathered of pleasantness of his teachings and his awesome stories that were gathered from the field of most exalted wisdom, that never yet have been revealed in the world, that are enduring and are faithful and help forever and for all eternity. In the future the Holy One, blessed be He, will avenge the vengeance of His people from those prophets of falsehood who fill their stomachs with honor and arrogance, and who display themselves like tzaddikim of the generation, and hunt down precious souls, and tread on them, and tear them to pieces with arrogance and falsehood, and they blind the eyes of Israel from seeing the light of the true leader who reveals and illuminates the light of God to everyone in the world, for every generation, for eternity. Know and believe that from the moment of the beginning of your existence in your mother's womb, it was decreed upon you by the Creator that you would be president over Israel in this orphaned generation, in order that you have mercy on the people of God with true mercy, and that with your great and straight intellect and your polished and glorious tongue you would teach the people the awesome truth, unique in the world, that God has revealed before your eyes with many events and wondrous means for 7 years, and that you would illuminate the eyes of Israel, so that all of them would see the light of the true tzaddik, who is the main vitality and existence of the whole creation, and from whom will sprout the complete redemption for the people of Israel and for the whole world, so that all will know God and will give him the crown of the kingdom. We already have spoken about the great value of our bond of friendship and love, that really there does not exist in the whole world, people who are brothers, faithful and true like us. This was from God, from heaven, in order that we merit to inform and publicize the name of the true tzaddik in the world, upon which depends our main existence and hope. We need to guard ourselves greatly so that our love not become blemished, God forbid, even by a hair's breadth. And it is proper for us to hold onto the truth with wondrous love, with greater exaltation and greater determination at every moment always. The author.